My name is Seth Kaur, and I'm truly honored to serve as this year's conference chair. And this is actually my second year and final year as chair. Thank you for investing your time in yourself and joining everyone here in Hershey. I'm inspired every year at the GOSH conference. Each person here shares one goal, and that is for all workers to go home to their family at the end of the day. Connecting with employees, employers, regulators, academics, government leaders, administrators, and vendors who are all committed to workplace safety and health. And it's exciting, and it reaffirms my faith in humanity. I'm excited to say we have many new vendors in the exhibit hall this year. Pennsylvania CareerLink is back again with their virtual reality demonstration. And to add some fun to, be sure to vote for your favorite booth, favorite pumpkin, and favorite costume. Are we doing that this year? Great. When you vote, you will be entered into a drawing for a $50 gift card. The drawing will be held in the reception tonight at 6:30. And you must be present to win. The vendors have worked hard to be a valuable addition to this conference, so please show your appreciation and visit them. If you look back at your badge, you'll find all kinds of tickets. You've got lunch tickets for today and tomorrow, as well as drink tickets for tonight's reception. And so please don't lose your badge. The safety procedures printed in the program book in page 1 is something, but I'll go over as a reminder. Let's go over this. So the Hershey Lodge safety and security officers are on the property 24/7 and are trained in CPR, AED, and basic first aid. Advanced emergency medical services will be summoned if needed. If you do call 911, please also to remember to let the hotel know where the incident is so they can quickly and accurately direct emergency responders when they arrive. Joining us this morning is the color guard from Cedar Cliff for the Pledge of Allegiance. Would you please stand? I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. You may be seated. As you can guess, a conference with this many moving parts takes hours of work and coordination. I would like to personally thank the advisory committee members who volunteered their time and professional experience to building this year's conference. They are sitting right here in front of us. Their names are listed in the program book, and their badges have a committee ribbon. Please feel free to reach out to them with questions or comments. On behalf of the GOSH committee and all the attendees here today, I would like to thank our sponsors, We are so grateful for the support of our corporate partners who are committed to making Pennsylvania safer and healthier place to work. The Platinum, Environmental Waste Minimalization, Inc. Silver, Penn National Insurance. Bronze, Saxon and Stump. Honorary, Trinity Safety. And the charging stations that you'll see, Hummingbird ABA Therapy. As you can see behind me, we have a distinguished panel of guests here on stage this morning. I'd like to start this morning by welcoming Nancy Walker, Secretary of the Pennsylvania Department of Labor and Industry. Well, want me to tell you a little about yourself here? Yeah, I can do this. So I'm going to tell you a little bit about Nancy. For those who do not know, the Pennsylvania Department of Labor and Industry originally inspected working conditions in factories around the state. L&I's responsibilities have expanded considerably since its start in 1913. Today, L&I administers benefits to unemployed individuals, oversees the administration of workers, compensation benefits to individuals with job-related injuries, and provides vocational rehabilitation to individuals with disabilities. The department prepares job seekers for the global workforce through the employment and job training services for adult, youth, older workers, and dislocated workers. In addition, L&I enforces various laws and safety standards in the workplace and administers the Commonwealth's programs for community service and young professionals. L&I also promotes economic development and improved business climate through a variety of initiatives and programs to help Pennsylvania workers remain world-class and globally competitive. Again, please join me in welcoming Secretary Nancy Walker.
Well, good morning, everyone. Good morning. I'd like to welcome you to the 2024 Governor's Occupational Safety and Health Committee Health Conference. On behalf of Governor Shapiro and the Pennsylvania Department of Labor and Industry, we want to thank you not only for your participation in this event today, but for your continuing passion and commitment to safety of our workforce. This event itself speaks volumes to that so many people would take a day and a half out of their time to gather together to really talk about how to make our workplaces in Pennsylvania safer. I want to thank Seth and the entire GOSH committee for their hard work. Just to look around, you can imagine what an amazing undertaking this must have been to put this many people together in the same place for a couple of days. So thank you for your hard work and for your committee's work. This, as Seth said, marks our 98th conference, our 98th convening on these issues, which is a real testament to how important so many of you think workforce safety and workplace safety is in Pennsylvania. This is an opportunity for business professionals, for businesses, for employees, for organized labor, for everybody to talk together about ways to make our workplace safer. Our Commonwealth has long been known as a hub of innovation nationally. We have just so many new things happening in Pennsylvania every day, whether it's manufacturing advancements in health and technology. There are so many things that are really evolving our workforce, our workplace. But what we know is that the reason we are successful in Pennsylvania and a national leader in so many of these sectors is because of our workers. And I am so happy that we are here together collaboratively to find ways to make sure that the places where our workers work are safe. It's a real testament to the relationship between management and labor that we come together, and I believe there's never been a time in Pennsylvania where there has been a better relationship between labor and management. I think it's an attestation to the fact that you have folks representing each here today. We are here because we share one fundamental belief. We believe that every person who leaves in the morning to go to work or begins their workday has the absolute fundamental right to come home at the end of the day safe and healthy to their family. And that's why we gather together today. And it becomes a challenge sometimes. We are in a moment in time where we're seeing real transformations in our workplace, whether it's manufacturing, whether it's trying to find changes in just technology and healthcare. There's so many things that are changing around us. Our workplaces are changing, whether they're offices or mills, manufacturing concerns, or people working from home. So it becomes a real challenge to be able to evolve with that workforce in ways to make sure that people are safe. And it's that responsibility that brings us together today. In Pennsylvania, this is really a moment in time. We have record low levels of unemployment and a historic high number of jobs to be filled. And I'm not telling anybody in this room anything they don't know when I say that hiring and retention are real challenges. And as you have a workforce that churns and changes, being able to train workers and make sure that they have safety equipment becomes even more challenging. So it's through these challenges that we band together at conferences like this to really learn from each other in ways to make sure that those evolving and changing transformative workplaces are safe. I want to thank you all for being here and making that commitment, because it really is a commitment. I'm proud to say that under the leadership of Governor Shapiro, agencies across the Commonwealth are really committed to safety. We are raising safety standards, we are implementing best practices, and we're providing education to workers across the Commonwealth. And particularly at the Department of Labor and Industry, we are making sure that Pennsylvanians are safe in workplaces in all corners of the state. We do boiler and elevator inspections. We administer the Certified Workforce Safety Committee program. We train over 30,000 workers in over 100 health and safety practices. And I'm proud to say that Governor Shapiro has made safety a priority to all of us. So not only at Labor and Industry, but at my sister agencies, safety is absolutely of paramount concern. So as we dive into some of these tough questions over the next day and a half, I ask you to really be bold in your inquiries, to share with each other best practices, to really challenge old assumptions in this changing and evolving workforce. So again, thank you so much for joining us today, and I look forward to all the great material and information that will be shared and the ideas that will come from this conference. So thank you very much.
Thank you for being here. All right, so next, I'm very happy to introduce our next speaker. It's Mike Ford, Secretary Treasurer.
Good morning. I am Mike Ford with the I'm the Secretary Treasurer of the Pennsylvania State Building and Construction Trades Councils. I am here in place of Rob Baer. He was supposed to be on everyone's playing card this morning, but unfortunately you have me. Now, one thing that you don't have with me is a hook to get me off the stage, so I'll make it real quick. There is a historic amount of work in Pennsylvania right now and moving forward, and I look forward to working together with the GOSH Committee. I know Rob has had the lion's share of involvement through my organization, but I look forward to getting more involved as well. We do have strict safety standards in Pennsylvania, and we it's a crown jewel for us. We do strive to make them on all job sites, not just the private world where I come from, but also public sector jobs. We want to keep them safe as well. So I think that there is a unique partnership between labor and management. My good friend Luke here, we're both from Northeast Pennsylvania. We go back many years, and I believe that together we can do everything better. So I'm a big believer that none of us are as strong as all of us. And to expand on that, obviously being here, none of us are as safe as all of us when we work together to do the right thing. So I'll leave you with that. Thanks.
Thanks again to Michael Ford. He is with the Pennsylvania State Building and Construction Trades Council. The Building Trades Council is made up of 14 regional councils and more than 115 local unions and 15 international building trade unions. Our next guest is Luke Bernstein, President and CEO of the Pennsylvania Chamber of Business and Industry. The Pennsylvania Chamber is the largest broad-based business association in Pennsylvania, representing nearly 10,000 member businesses of all sizes and industry sectors located throughout the state. Please help me welcome Luke.
Thank you, Seth. Good morning, everyone. This is a safety conference. Good morning, everyone. All right, that's a little better. Who here has heard of Wally Pipp? Let's see some hands. Anyone ever heard of Wally Pipp? So one person out there. Who was Wally Pipp? Why was he famous? He replaced Lou Gehrig. Guess what? I feel so bad for Rob Baer because Mike Ford might have just replaced Rob Baer. I don't think he's getting invited back. I think Jennifer's going to invite Mike every year now. That was great.
I cut down on the time pretty easy.
Yeah, so with Rob not on the program, that frees up about 45 minutes to an hour for me to make remarks. Really want to thank the secretary and Mike for being a part of this, the three of us doing this together. This is an incredible tradition, almost 100 years. We at the Chamber, 108 years old, we actually started a new tradition this year. Our tradition was that we were going to start sending flowers for ribbon cuttings to our members. So with 10,000 members, what could possibly go wrong? We sent a huge thing of flowers to commemorate a ribbon cutting. I showed up that day, and it was one of our first ones, and I was excited. I walk in there, and the CEO grabbed me and pulled me aside, and he said, "Hey, I want to thank you so much for sending flowers, but this is going to be a little bit awkward." I said, "What do you mean it's going to be awkward?" He said, "I got your card, and your card read, 'Please accept my sincerest condolences. Rest in peace.'" And I said, that is a little bit awkward, it's a little bit uncomfortable, but it's not as awkward as tonight when I show up at a family friend's funeral who gets your card that should have read, 'Congratulations on your new location.'" So there are some traditions we should continue and some that clearly we should not. And coming together for safety and talking about what's important for Pennsylvania is certainly one of those traditions that we should continue. And bringing management, bringing the employee side together to talk about how we can work together to be safe, there is really nothing else more important that we actually can do. And so a tradition, maybe not as important. I'll give you a story from this summer. I asked my son what he was doing for the week, and he didn't have much on his schedule. And so he was 12. I said, "You're coming with Dad for the week. We're going to see Pennsylvania. We're going to tour." And we went to a factory, and he said, "Dad, what's that?" And it was a clock on the back of the wall. And all of you are familiar with it. It's been on the floor. And it was time of the last accident. And I said, that's everything. What that clock represents is everything because it's the biggest source of pride for management and the employees here. It's the last time someone had a workplace accident. And he said, "Why is that important?" And I didn't have to say one more word because someone who was on the team, one of the workers and the management jumped in and they said, "Because your dad's right, it's everything. If we don't have a healthy and safe workforce, we don't have a workforce. We don't have a place of employment." And so with that, I think it's a great backdrop to come together, encourage one another. Many of you people here know some others in this room, but you don't know everybody. Find someone, get a good idea, go back to your workplace, and continue to lead a safe and productive work environment. With that, I wish you well and have a wonderful conference.
Wow, he is a way better speaker than I am. That's my goal, to speak like you. All right, so next on the agenda. If I could ask a few of our committee members to assist in moving the chairs as we are preparing the stage for the keynote. All right, I think we can get ready for the keynote.
Let us go.
We're here today for the 2024 Governor's Occupational Safety and Health Conference. It's an occasion where we join together businesses, employers, organized labor to find ways to make workplaces safer across Pennsylvania. And no time is it more important than right now. The governor has charged us to make sure that workers across a wide spectrum of industries, all different kinds of sectors, are safe as their workplaces evolve. We have technology changes in milling and in manufacturing and in offices across Pennsylvania. More people are working from home. So it's really important that we all have a commitment together to make those workplaces safe, however they evolve and whatever they look like. Conferences like this are a really good opportunity for people to come together to ask questions, to really be vulnerable and let people know what problems they may be experiencing in the workforce, and also to take an opportunity to share best practices so we really are collectively stronger and better and safer together. What brings us together is this deep, fundamental commitment that every human being who leaves for work in the morning or at the beginning of a work shift has the absolute fundamental right to return to their families at the end of the day safe and whole. So I encourage anyone who's learning about this for the first time to take advantage of joining us at next year's, which will be the 99th conference of this sort in Hershey, Pennsylvania. Thank you so much. This, as I said, marks our 98th conference, our 98th convening on these issues, which is a real testament to how important so many of you think workforce safety and organized labor for everybody to talk together about ways to make our workplace safer. Our Commonwealth has long been known as each here today. We are here